Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning and welcome to Clayton County Public Schools New Teacher Orientation. Guys, give yourselves a round of applause for being here this morning. That's right, I hear the energy in the room. Give yourselves a round of applause. Now, yes. We're going to go ahead and begin by introducing some very special guests that are going to come into this space. We're going to welcome our board members, our superintendent of schools, Dr. Anthony Smith, our executive cabinet members into this space once again. So you already know, is there a difference between happiness and joy? Raise your hand if you know the difference between happiness and joy. You see, happiness is something that comes and what? Say it again, it comes and what? It comes and goes. However, joy is rooted in purpose and in service and showing up when you're doing the right thing. The individuals that are about to come into this room, with them, leadership is not about being in charge. It's about them taking care of those in their charge. That would be each and every one of you. Because they understand that great leaders build more leaders and not followers. So their presence today is not just symbolic, it is intentional. As we know, they have 50 million thousand other places they can be, but they decided they were going to be here to welcome each and every one of you in here. So with that being said, as I welcome you with your hearts full of joy, to those that are coming to stand before you, excellence individuals with a spirit of excellence, I ask that you stand to your feet and give a round of applause to our esteemed board members, Clayton County Public Schools, Superintendent of Schools and Executive Cabinet. Give them a round of applause as they come in, please. Give it up. As they come in, the individuals, and make sure you have everything you need. Give it up for your board members. Give it up for your superintendent of schools, Dr. Anthony W. Smith. Give it up for your deputy superintendents. Give it up for your executive cabinet at this time. Thank you all so very much. Oh, it's about joy in leadership. Thank you all so much. Keep clapping. Bring them on in. Bring them on in, I say. Bring them on in. Oh, it's about joy. Let's go. All right, everyone. Give yourselves one more round of applause. We have made it, and we are almost at day one. I would like to welcome you. Let's give a moment for all of our esteemed guests to make their way to their seats as I bring formal greetings and prepare to bring up the leader of this space. All PL leaders, please make sure you're in your seats as well. Guys, I just want to bring you greetings this morning and welcome each and every one of you. My name is Dr. Wakia Brown, and I am the Director of Teacher Development. We want to welcome you under this theme that has been launched this year, and it is called the Blueprint, Building the Foundation of Success. Guys, you all are the blueprint. With that being said, we want to thank our board members for all of your generosity and support. Thank you so much for all of the items that you donated, making sure that we had sustenance, breakfast, lunch, just everything. Thank you all so much. We would also, give it up, that's good, I love it. Give it up for our board members that made sure that new teacher orientation goes on without a hitch. We're grateful. We would also like to thank our superintendent of schools as well as his deputies and executive cabinet. You did the same thing. Thank you so much for making sure we had breakfast and lunch and just everything, even that's right, give it up to them too. We appreciate that. Thank you so very much. We would like to thank them for being here this morning. As we continue, I would like to take a moment to introduce and welcome our professional learning team. At this time, where is Dr. Denise Stevens? She is the Director of Leadership Development. She may not be over and supervising teachers, but you know who she supports? All of your building leaders. So I don't know if anyone can find her out there and have her to come on in, but give it up for Dr. Denise Stevens right now. Because your building leaders wouldn't be able to do it without her support, her wisdom, and her knowledge. With that being said, I would like for our two coordinating supervisors, Dr. Avery Kinley and Miss Melissa Idensiki. Stand up, please. These are individuals that serve under the realm of teacher development, making sure that you all receive the training that you need, as well as all of the pedagogical tools within our TAP program. Give it up for these two leaders one more time. And before I I take, oh, there's Dr. Stevens. Give it up for her in the back of the room, please. Before I take my seat and bring up our leader, give it up for Miss Audrey Hamilton, too, who made sure we had a We have the Executive Director of School Nutrition here. All right, so we have teacher development specialists in the back of the room. They're part of our department. We're going to introduce them formally later. Give it up for the teacher development specialists. They're standing out in the back. Oh, that's our team right there. All right, so now it is my job to introduce someone whose vision and leadership anchors the work that we do. She ensures we are equipped to support all educators, from classroom teachers to aspiring leaders, through every phase of their professional journey with decades of experience as a school leader, as well as a former interim superintendent here in Clayton County Public Schools, and as a respected community advocate. She brings forth both expertise and impact to this work. She leads with deep knowledge and an unwavering commitment to professional growth across our district. At this time, I would like for you all to help me welcome the leader of this house, our Assistant Superintendent for the Department of Professional Learning. Please give it up for Dr. Gloria Duncan!
I want to give it up for Dr. Wakia Brown. Organizing our new teacher orientation has done an excellent job, and for the team in this building and the collaboration that we do with every department in this county is what makes it work. We have volunteers from all over the county for every team, and as we work together as a team, this is going to happen. We're going to make a better tomorrow today together. And I just want to thank you for that. People, I want you to know what I am, and that is a teacher. I've been a teacher all my life. And I don't care what title I hold, I am a teacher. We learn, yes. And all of our new teachers, I want you to know that the research says that you are the most important influence in that classroom. You are the one who models the roles. I don't go with the role model, it's the modeler of roles. You are the one that demonstrates what good learning should look like. You are the guide, you are the director. It doesn't make any difference where the children are today. The point is where they are when you get through with them. And I don't care what any scores say, I want to hear you say it, yes we can.
Yes we can.
Can you do it?
Yes we can.
Can you do it?
Yes we can.
Thank you. Never let any barriers stop you. You're going to have the naysayers, you're going to have the negative talkers, you're going to have folk digging up the graves and trying to pull up the past. We in the future, people. We're not talking about what may have happened. We're talking about where we are and where we're going, and we're talking about you, because you're going to get us there. Can I get an amen? I want to thank you. It takes the board, it takes the school district, all of these departments that are represented here today, all of our cabinet leaders, and it takes, who is the most important influence on our children?
Teachers.
Who is the teacher? Say, I am.
I am.
So that is where we are going. If you have unique ideas, we want to hear your voice. We want you a part of every committee. We want to make sure that you are a part of decision making in this district. And we want to know that every last person in this room is here to support you. They are good people. You are good people. And together, people, we are going to be the best. We're going to make it happen. And we're going to do it together. And I thank you for that. And that's who I am. It gives me a pleasure this morning to introduce, first of all, with our core cabinet members. Please stand. All these are the people from all the departments in the district who are here to support you, to support us, and to make this county work. And they have done so many things. Look at them up here. We appreciate all of you for being here, for supporting us, and making this a model district for other people to follow. Dr. Smith tells me all the time, everywhere he goes, people can testify about what Clayton County does and all the things that we're putting in place to get better every day. So at this time, please allow me to introduce the leader of our district to bring greetings to you, Dr. Anthony Smith, our superintendent and CEO.
Dr. Duncan, my dear friend for 30 years. We've been great friends, colleagues, and I just adore her. I appreciate the phenomenal job that she does over here in professional development. And yes, Dr. Duncan, wherever I go, metro area districts brag about the fact that when they steal a Clayton County teacher, they know they got a strong instructional person in front of children. And your department helps us produce those kinds of great professionals. So thank you. Thanks to the TDSs. Thank you for your directors and your entire team for what you do to produce and launch out into the community these wonderful folks that we're amongst this morning. Good morning, new teachers. Good morning and welcome to Clayton County Public Schools. I always like to kind of poll the crowd to see if there are, first of all, I want to acknowledge our Board of Education, Dr. Duncan and Dr. Brown has done that, but I just want to make sure that I do a special acknowledgement for my bosses for what they do to support the vision. And because nothing could happen without their approval. So they see the wisdom of supporting this vision, and because of y'all, we've been able to do some extraordinary things. So I want to thank my Board of Education. Now, are there any Clayton County Public Schools graduates in the crowd this morning? If so, please stand up. Please stand up. Stay standing for just a quick second. This not gonna take long. Not gonna take long. We're gonna do it quickly. Just tell me the school you graduated from, starting over there with that pretty young lady in the black and white. Your high school right quick, and then we're gonna move on. This is gonna take 2 seconds, but it's important that we know where you come from. North Clayton. All right. Mount Zion. All right. Oh, the whole continuum. K-12. North Clayton. All right, brother. North Clayton. Morrow. Morrow. Jonesboro. Monday's Mill.
Mount Zion.
Hold on. Whoa, you look familiar, bro.
You was my friend.
Oh, yeah, good to have you with us, man. That's all right. Sweetheart. Drew. Morrow. Somebody point out. Miss somebody? Oh, you people over here. Lovejoy. And where? Jonesboro. Lovejoy was Dr. Corey, your principal? Yes. Oh, yeah, okay.
Riverdale High School under Dr. Duncan.
All right, yeah. All right, yes, sir. Go ahead, I'm sorry, man. Charles True. Jonesboro. Lovejoy. Morrow. Dr. Where'd you graduate from?
I graduated from the great state of Columbia, South Carolina.
I'm sorry you standing. I'm sorry, ma'am, I missed you. Riverdale. And John Crane, you standing, you graduated from Forest Park High School. Yes, sir. Jonesboro. Stillwell School of the Arts. Lovejoy.
Charles Drew.
Mundy's Mill. Jonesboro. Mount Zion. Jonesboro. Oh, who you pointing at? Dr. Brown, the principal? All right. Yes, ma'am. I was about to say, do we have a Forest Park president? All right, Forest Park. Thanks for representing Forest Park. North Clayton. Mount Zion. Lovejoy/Mundy's Mill? What, Dr. Cole kicked out of Lovejoy and I had to take on the Mundy's Mill?
Actually, when I graduated, first year Mundy's Mill was open, so that's why I said it.
Oh, okay, got you. Started at Lovejoy and finished at Mundy's Mill?
Well, I finished at Lovejoy, but I was part of the crowd at first year Mundy's Mill.
Okay, got you.
But technically, I graduated from Lovejoy.
All right, good.
That's why I said it's kind of complicated.
Yes, sir. That's all right. Got a little tiger and wildcat.
Yeah, right.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, okay, two Forest Parks.
Class of 1988.
Ooh, that was just recently. Mundy's Mill. Who's your principal? William Green.
Forest Park.
Forest Park. Okay, now y'all Forest Park. I missed you. I'm sorry about this week. Mundy's Mill, who's your principal? You was a good student because you don't know your When you graduated? 2020. So it's Gary Townsend? Oh, Mr. Townsend. All right. Come back, brother. Last but not least. Charles Drew High School. All right. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss a big post? Okay, what about, sweetie? Jonesboro High School. Ms. Barrows, your principal?
No, I'm a lot older than where I live.
I bet Mr. Straker principal know who he was, and I bet you know your principal. Oh, okay, got you. That's it? All right. Well, welcome. We really appreciate the fact that our very own graduates and alumni decided to make their teaching profession right here in Clayton County Public Schools, and along with all of the other wonderful people sitting in this room that has decided to launch or continue your education career right here in Clayton County. Y'all are some smart people. Y'all are. Let me tell you why. Because you picked a school system that has a phenomenal culture, relatively speaking, when you compare us with the other school districts in the metro area, perhaps even the state. We have a culture of support, we have a culture of commitment, and we have a culture of love. We don't do a lot of fighting over here at Clayton County Public Schools. The F word that we use is focus on our students. And as a result of that, let me just share briefly with you, and I'm going to get out of your way, because I know you got so many other wonderful folks to hear from. But let me tell you why you're so smart, and why you're so brilliant. It's because you picked a school system that is absolutely on the rise. Dr. Young, who are stand up, and Dr. Cole, stand up. These wonderful folks are really our school young people. The entire school operations rest with, for the most part, these two phenomenal individuals. And Dr. Young, and I know you're going to be speaking in a little bit, but could you just reel off some of our academic success relative to our CCRPI, all the things that you know that makes this school system a phenomenal system that is impacting our core work called academics in a major way. We're not on the bottom anymore. Like y'all, like folks used to think about Clayton in the past. Those days are over with. That's the old Clayton County. Could you do that for me, please, ma'am?
Sure.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Well, thank you, Dr. Smith. I'm going to say this. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. And you're wearing that crown. So I want to say to you that, and I won't come back, I want to say to you that you're working in a school district. Let me just write off some things that we have for you. We have lesson plans for our core content. So already developed math, science, language arts, social studies. You have lesson plans for you. And we want you to use them. Okay? Use them. We also have computers, and with those computers, you have access to digital resources. All of your textbooks, your assessments for those with those instructional resources are digital. You also have hard copies of those resources as well. And your students have digital resources, and they have computers or have access to computers. See where I'm going with this? You have access to over $12 million worth of instructional resources just for you to teach. You have access over multiple millions of dollars worth of professional development at your fingertip. We are so good at this, we bring it to you in your classroom, in your school building, monthly, working with you. We have that same PD available after hours, 24 hours a day on demand. We have for you a clothing store. Yes, thanks to one of our colleagues, Ms. Shakira Rice, as well as you have access to groceries. So Dr. Smith asked me to talk about our our academics. But I want to tell you that our goal with this man right here is to always remove the barriers that you face so that you can continue with the work that we're doing in improving student outcomes. Okay? And so let's talk a little bit about that. Since 2020, we had COVID, Clayton County Public Schools, academic outcomes have been consistently improving. We have our students are showing great success. Our schools, for example, just recently, Elite Scholars has been awarded numerous awards for their academics as well as their athletic program. We have award-winning athletic programs across our school district. I can hardly wait for you to hear about those things. You get to your individual schools. We also have an elementary academic athletic program that I know that will be award-winning. Now, they already win now. I'm going to tell you that right now. Those little children are very competitive. We also have where our students in Clayton County do not have to pay for their PSAT, SAT, ACT, or their advanced placement exams, or their Cambridge exams. For our students. And with that, we continue to see improvements in students enrolling in those courses as well as their outcomes on the various assessments. But we can't do all these things without who? You. So you have a legacy ahead of you. You got to continue carrying that legacy along the way. Now, I just mentioned a few of the things that we have in front of us. We also have, and now she speaks, we have a wonderful wraparound support system for all of our students, whether it's mental health, emotional support, clothing, school supplies, whatever it is, we give it to our students. We make those things available. So when Dr. Smith said that we're a family, he did not do that justice. I'm sorry, Doc. We more than a family. We are a community. A community of sisters and brothers who love each other, who care for each other. And thank you very much. Thank you.
A grocery store. So if anybody are in threat or in danger of losing your SNAP benefits, we got you. Dr. Young pointed out the fact that we have so many resources and supports that are geared to support you and ensure your success. We have so many programs, and as a result, we've had the highest single score, CCRPI score in the Metro Atlanta area, nearly a 19-point game in 1 year. Now, we are a no-nonsense school district when it comes to student behavior. Let me be very clear. Very clear. Dr. Blocker in the house. Not in the house, but anyway, Dr. Blocker is our executive director for student discipline. Now, we love our children and we're going to support you, but you got to behave because we got to look out for everybody. And as a result of us having a firm disciplinary plan, we've reduced major infractions by nearly 44%. And as a result of that, we're getting incredible results academically. Attendance is up. Dr. Crawford, stand up. Attendance is up across all grade bands, elementary, middle, and high. Our students are coming to school. And you probably hear, thank Dr. Crawford, sit down. Across all grade bands, and you probably hear about the fact that there are declining enrollments across school districts in the Metro Atlanta, in the state, and across the nation. We are growing here in Clayton County Public Schools. Students are coming to us in record numbers because they hear about the wonderful programming and environment that we're creating here in Clayton County Public Schools. Our number of teachers that retain are staying with us in larger numbers than ever before. And they're doing it because they see a home here. They see a home here. They see us being serious about ensuring that the environment is supported for you. You don't need to come to school every day and have to deal with a lot of nonsense. These kids know how to behave. Our parents love the fact that we got a firm grip on discipline here in Clayton County Public Schools. They appreciate it. And we're going to make sure we can continue to deliver on supporting you and those students and those families by ensuring that we remove all negative behavior from our classroom. Now, when we went through the pandemic, we got really, really good at virtual learning. So we're going to take care of our students, y'all, by all means. But if you misbehave in Clayton County and you disrupt constantly, you're going to be home with your mom and dad getting your education virtually. Now, I'm going to get out of the way because Dr. Hendricks is going to have a good message and so are the other folks. But we also are the district that has the best, we got something for everybody, the best adapted athletic program. We always compete at the state championship level. We were noted in the Adapted Athletic National Journal of having the best facility of anybody in the state, I would perhaps say in the nation. We also have the #1 aviation program. I think I saw a lot of people that are going to be going to Morrow High School. I'm sure you've been over there. You've seen that phenomenal aviation program. We got about 30-something flight simulators for our students to train on. We got 2 level 1 flight simulators that are the movable kind that pilots pay us to train on to keep up with the flight hours. We got all that right here in Clayton County. We got award-winning facilities. Morrow High School was featured as the #1 design high school in the state of Georgia. Michelle Obama was noted as the #1 design elementary school in the state of Georgia. Jonesboro High School was nominated as the best modernization school in the state of Georgia. We're not the only, but we have the best, getting ready to open here in the December, January time frame, our own $120 million, 8,000 plus seat convocation center / arena right here in our school district over at South Lake Mall. Have you been by there lately? You see that big old beautiful building that's being built? That belongs to the Board of Education. That's yours. We're getting ready to, I saw a bunch of North Clayton folks on the wild. The North Clayton folks gravitated this side of the room. There may have been a sign of seat by Miss Jessica Reed. She's Miss North Clayton. Anyway, we're getting ready to break. We've already broke. Is Mr. Joseph in the room? Right, Joseph, you here? He's out building stuff. We have broken ground. North Clayton will be our next premier brand new school with its own golfing experience, the first in the nation, right here in Clayton County. We're about quality. We're about sophistication here, y'all, in Clayton. We're not about a bunch of nonsense. We get things done, and we do things at a very high level. So when you go around the state, when you go to your conferences, folks are going to want to get your attention because they want to know what's going on, how y'all getting all this stuff done? Because we got a great community that supports what we're doing here in Clayton County, and we appreciate them. We have the first elementary athletic program: basketball, cheerleading, track, soccer, flag football, all that for our elementary students. To make certain that we got, that's one of the reasons why the discipline numbers are so low. We got something for everybody to do. And idle mind is a devil's playground. So that's why we need to make certain that we keep our students busy. You like you might coach or something, brother. You coach. Not yet. We're working on it. We're going to help you with that. Like you teach kids how to hoop a little bit. We have invested our Board of Education over $72 million upgrading our athletic facilities. Have you seen our facilities lately? They're second to none. Our football fields, tennis courts, baseball fields, softball fields, turf, everywhere. Beautiful. Go by Riverdale, go by Mount Zion, go by Monday Smith, go by wherever, and you will see a difference. Our folks are coming to Clayton County now bragging about the fact that, how do you get this stuff here in Clayton? All I heard was negative stuff, accreditation and all that. And when you come here and realize that this is a special place, and you're going to continue to make it special. And our aviation program that I mentioned, Delta committed to $2.5 million, ensuring that any kid that desired to become a commercial airlines pilot had a full scholarship if you graduate from the Clayton County Public Schools. Anybody ever heard of a Junior Achievement Discovery Center? They got them throughout the country. It's a very special place for students to have field trip experiences. And we got one up in Gwinnett. They got one, I think, at the Georgia World Congress Center in Savannah, Augusta. And finally, we got one right here in Clayton County Public Schools that will be over at our arena, our own Junior Achievement Discovery Center right here on the south side. And guess who's slapping their name on it to kind of hit home about the fact that we're a quality school system now? Delta Airlines. We'll do the Delta Airlines Junior Achievement Discovery Center. And I'm trying to let you know, folks, that you're in for a treat. You're in a special place now. Whatever you may have heard about the old Clayton County, I hope you completely dismiss that and look and interpret your own experiences as you navigate your career here, and you will see fully that this is a special place. And because of the efforts and the commitment that I know that you're going to have, and the support that you're going to have for our students and our family, you're going to ensure that we keep that special that special thing going. We appreciate you being here. God bless you, and I wish you the absolute best in this upcoming school year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Smith. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you our board chair, Mr. Benjamin Straker, here to bring you greetings and to introduce our board. Mr. Straker,
So that I'm not all over the place, I wrote something out. Before I get to my script, this morning threw me off a little bit before I get into this. Two things. Number one, I'm overjoyed with what I'm seeing here. Like, this is incredible. You guys have committed to one of the most important things that you can do in your life is become a teacher and take care of our children. Secondly, I'm gonna ask whoever organized this, that next year that we sit down and you come in and we do the clapping. Because we don't need the clapping. It's you guys that are starting this thing out and taking care of our kids. What an extraordinary day for Clayton County Public Schools. We are thrilled to welcome the most skilled, professional, and caring educators, not just in Georgia, but in the entire nation. On behalf of the entire Board of Education, including myself, Benjamin Straker, the board chair and the representative of District 9, I have District 1, Miss Jasmine Bowles, District 2, Mr. Mark Christmas, District 3, sitting over here, Dr. Jesse Goree, District 4, sitting over there, Miss Victoria Williams, who you'll hear from after I get off the podium, District 5, Dr. D. Haney, District 6, Vice Chair, Miss Mary Baker, District 7, Miss Sabrina Hill, and finally, District 8, Miss Joy Tellers Cooper. We extend our warmest welcome. Teaching is, without a doubt, one of the most rewarding and fulfilling professions in the world. Its true magic lies in the focus of our service. We will be serving 50,000 children and their families who depend on us every single day. Every single day, you have a responsibility to 50,000 children and their families. And that's something that you gotta get up in the morning and remember every single morning, it's not about you, it's about them. We know that this journey will bring a share of challenges. Are you listening to me? Because this is a very important part, and the board deals with this every day. We know this journey will bring a share of challenges. There will be moments when resources feel scarce and tasks ahead seem impossible. But we appeal to you, to your incredible magic and creativity. So you gotta figure it out. So every day, you're not gonna depend on us. You're gonna figure out, you're gonna use your creativity, you're gonna use your magic to get this thing done. That's why you took this job. That's why you dedicated your life to this thing. You have to transform lives, inspire young minds, and nurture every child's potential. Our students deserve your passion, your dedication, your commitment more than ever. The Board of Education is committed to being an unwavering support system for you. We're here for you. We are here to listen to your needs, not tell you what to do, to hear what you gotta say, and then go back and figure out how we make that possible. Your success is our success, and our impact, and your impact will be immeasurable. We won't be able to measure how much you're gonna do for these children. I'm gonna say this and then I'm finished. If it was up to me, each and every one of you would be getting paid $1 million a year. And I swear to you, if I was in that big seat in Washington, every single one of you would be getting paid a lot more than athletes, a lot more than entertainers. you'd get $1 million a year. Obviously, we can't do that. But the one thing that I assure you is that my board members, we get in that room every day, and we talk about that budget, and when we can make those changes, we're gonna make those changes to get that done for you. So I want you to know you got somebody fighting, because living off the salary that you have right now, you're sacrificing. This is more of a commitment to our children than your pocket. I'm very aware of that. And every day, we're gonna fight for that. But hey, that's not what you're here for, and you gotta say that to yourself. I'm not here to become the richest person in the world. I'm here to make my children the richest people in the world. That's what you're here for. Remember, and I'm going to steal this right from your chief deputy superintendent. Remember, as I part, you're not an advocate in this system. You're not an advocate. You don't need to advocate. You need to be ambassadors. That's what you need to be. That's his words. The reason why we have to distinguish this is because we're not out here to fight. We're out here to represent this school district and show our children what we represent and what they can be. And as soon as you do that, that means we're all on the same page. And when we represent this district, we're gonna represent it well. That's all I got for you. Thank you so much. Before I part, I almost came to tears when I seen all of the alumni that decided to come back and dedicate that. I think Dr. Young was gonna throw away the crutch and start jumping up and down, because that's one of the goals that we have every school year, is to bring you back so that you can service our kids. So for me to stand here and tell you what that dedication is, you lived it. You know how important it is. And I just want you to commit to that every day. Understand where you were alumni and the people that are not alumni, because you went to school also. So you understand how important your role is. You got the most important role in Clayton County Public Schools. Thank you so much. I'm going to bring up our remaining board members, and they'll say something briefly, and then you guys can get back on your program, all right? Dr. Jesse Goree.
Good morning, everyone. I am Jesse Goree, District 3, BOE. It all rhymes. School teachers, did you hear it? Yeah. Okay. This morning, I heard this awful sound. I couldn't understand what it was. I realized it was my alarm clock going off. I said, good God, what is going on here? I wanted to start singing, wake up everybody, no more sleeping in bed. So I had to get up. I said, I can't believe that we're already back into school. In 1977, I made a commitment to become a teacher in Atlanta Public Schools. Now, how many APS people are sitting in this room? I understand. Yes, yes, yes. All right. We just talked about money. I had a big old starting salary of $7,458. So I wish Mr. Straker could give everybody $1 million, because I thought I was big, bad, and a boss coming up to hot Atlanta. I had moved here from Columbus, Ohio. I just finished my master's degree. And I was coming to make a difference in the lives of those students that I was going to teach. Now, I just want you to know you all are truly blessed this morning, because I didn't get a new teacher orientation. You know, they called me up, they said they had a job for me, and I had done my student teaching as a 3rd grade teacher. So they said, you know, we want to offer you a 5th grade position. And so, you know, I was like, 5th grade, that's a little bit too much for me. So I was all pumped up for the 5th grade. But when I came to the school, I found out I had 7th graders in the elementary school. I'd never heard of 7th grade in elementary school. Our schools were K through 7. I had 42 children in my classroom. But see, back in those days, that's when you started school after Labor Day. So that's why I'm just still in shock that here we are in August. I mean, I'm sorry, we haven't even made it to August. July, but we're starting in August. And so I just got put in the classroom with all those students. I didn't have any books. The person that had the books was the media specialist, and everybody was scared of her. I said, well, where do I get the books? They said, go downstairs to Miss Colbert. But they said, well, she's mean now. She may not get anything. But I got down there and talked to Miss Colbert, and she was really a very nice person. So, and then they said, well, where'd you get those new books from? I said, in the library. She has a whole room full of them, but they were afraid to go down there and talk. So for, let's see, from September in Atlanta, we didn't even level off, that's what they called it then, until October. I had those many students in my classroom. And, but I was happy, that was my whole life. I didn't have a car, so Marty was 15 cents. I rode the bus to work every day and sat home and graded papers and enjoyed my students. So I say all of this to you to say that even though right now your salary isn't what LeBron James makes, and it should be, you all are going to be the most important person in the lives of the children that you see each and every day. You are going to be a blessing. You're going to make a difference. And even though the money is not there, you're going to be able to be proud of the influence that you put on students' lives. I have one little girl I'm really proud of. I know her as Rosanda Thomas. You all know her as Chili in TLC. She was my student in 7th grade. I have a lot of students that have made it. They make big money now. I just tell them, have me a ticket or something when I come. Let me sit on the front row or whatever. But I'm so proud of the lives that I have touched. You have the most important role in a child's life, other than being a parent. But guess what? You think you're a teacher, but really some days you're going to be the parent. You're going to be the social worker. You're going to be the doctor. You're going to be the best friend. You're going to be doing all of these things that are not in the job description, not in that methods course that taught you how to teach reading or mathematics or all of those things. So you need to be flexible. And when it gets to the point where you just like, what in the world was I thinking when I did this? You're gonna have days like that, but most importantly, you're going to have days when you're going to be so proud of what you produce. And I know that just when Dr. Smith had you all to stand up in here, and he said, oh, I see somebody over there. It makes me so proud. Now, I'm going to admit I am partial to North Clayton. As you see, I have on my blue. And my son graduated from North Clayton. And my schools that I cover are North Clayton, Drew, and Riverdale. And my son told me when finally I got a jacket Dr. Smith helped me get. I have all the schools on the they should have made it Velcro so when I go into school I can just pull out the thing. My son told me, he said, now Mom, we might live in Riverdale. He said, but don't come home with an R on the front of that jacket. The front of that jacket better have the big NC. And so I am partial. And of course, Drew students really, I still, they really were North Clayton students, but when we drew the line, they went to Drew. And of course, I live in the city of Riverdale. But I am so happy to see you all this morning. And I just want to say to you, welcome home. Welcome to the best school district in the state of Georgia. I've done almost 48 years. I did 31 and a half years as a teacher. And then I ran for the Board of Education. I've been on the Board of Education for about 18 years. So I have almost 48 years. And I'm hoping that next year, I'm standing here, Lord willing, that I hope that next year will be my last year standing in front of somebody saying, welcome back, because I need to enjoy the fruits of my labor. So that's what I'm doing. And before I sit down, I'm gonna just tell you now, 30 years is a long time. I did 31 and a half years. Some of you all I know y'all not gonna make it because, you know, y'all young folks, and some of y'all might be ready to go by Thanksgiving. And that's pushing it because some of y'all might be ready to go at the fall break. But I'm just gonna tell y'all to hold on. I want you all to get some buddies right in here now. Look at your, call your buddy up and, do what you gotta do. But I want you to hold on because I'm gonna tell you the one good thing about putting them 30 years in, honey. That check is in the mail. I'm sorry, not in the mail, in my account before the 1st. And it is nothing like getting money and you don't have to get up and do anything. But just spend it if you want it, okay? So anyway, welcome to Clayton County, and I hope you all have a very successful day.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm not long-winded like them. My name is Victoria Williams, and I represent District 4 in the school district. That'll be, for the high schools, that'll be Forest Park High, North Clayton High, and Drew High. And I have 3 children that all went through Forest Park, Huey Elementary, Forest Park Middle School, and Forest Park High School. So they hold a dear place to my heart. So if you ever need me to come to the school, talk, volunteer, or help, I'm here for you, okay? Despite what people may tell you, we are approachable and you can contact us. That's for everybody. And don't be afraid to ask your parents for help. I grew up being that parent that helped the teachers when my kids were in their classroom. Even years after they finished, I still help. So don't be afraid to ask your parents to help you. A lot of them will, they might not know how. I used to be after school, folding books, sweeping classrooms, just whatever they need. You might not think about the kind of stuff you actually need to get in the classroom, but whatever it is, just ask some parents. You got a couple minutes? Can you help me do this, do that? Use them as your volunteers. And thank y'all for choosing Clayton County Public Schools.
Since she's not long-winded, I forgot something.
I moved my time.
Yeah, Dr. Smith was mentioning all the good things that we're doing in Clayton County, but I needed to thank a couple of people this morning because when I said my alarm went off, my other problem this morning was trying to do something with my hair. Because, honey, I don't know how y'all be wearing these braids. But I want to thank Dr. Young. Where's Dr. Pitts? Dr. Pitts, because one thing that we're doing at Jonesboro, Riverdale, and North Clayton High School, we have our CTAE students are doing cosmetology and barbering. And as soon as I go out the door, I'm going over there to get my hair did. $5 now. $5. They're doing facials, barbering, all types of stuff. They're doing it for the neighborhood. And these are the things that we do in Clayton County Public Schools. So I want to thank Dr. Smith for the support, and thank CTAE and Dr. Young and all those people that are doing this for our communities. Now, passing them back. I forgot, we do have our board liaison, Ms. Kim Blackwood, stand up, please. She handles everything for the Clayton County Board of Education. Our interns are in here today? Oh, I didn't know. Stand up, Mayor. This is the junior mayor of Lovejoy, Miss Rain Walker. And this is our newest intern, Adrian. Adrian, what's your last name? I forgot.
It's Frank West Partito, but it's like this.
Okay. I want to mention one thing too. Last night we had the honor of our other intern, Train Doan, who received the $1,500 scholarship at the Jabby Awards. She is going to be going to Georgia Tech, and where she'll be studying civil engineering and becoming an architectural engineer. She's also going to be studying in France. So we had the opportunity last night to have an event. She was the first Clayton County student that received a scholarship from that organization. So we're making some inroads out in the community.
much to our board members for being with us today. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you our Senior Deputy Superintendent, Chief of Staff, Dr. Douglas Hendrickson, and I go way back. And he may have forgotten, but I didn't. I was the superintendent who brought him to the central office. So it is a pleasure to have you talking with us, and please welcome Dr. Hendrickson.
Hey everybody. Good morning. Y'all look marvelous. Really quick. If you left us and you're coming back, please stand up. If you've been here before, you're coming back. All right. We congratulate you on being so wise. Great choice. Good morning to you again.
Good morning.
Rather than seeing yourselves as walking into classrooms, I hope you will envision yourself as walking into children's story, right? Every day that you go in the classroom, you have an opportunity to do the greatest thing that's ever been done on earth, and that's give yourself away to somebody who needs you, probably greater than you need yourself. And in the process of that, we become, right? We fill ourselves by helping other people. And I could give you a whole conversation on that, but I won't. A very wise person told me that great people, or good people, take care of their family. They draw a circle around their family, and they take care of the people in their family, and they're highly respected for doing such. The greatest among us draw a circle around the community, and they take care of not only their family, but other people's families as well. And teaching is one of those professions where we have the awesome opportunity to do that. On many days, you'll find that there'll be more patience needed than praise given. On many days, it will take your head more than your heart. Your heart more than your head, excuse me. And to be quite honest, there are days where you're going to want to shake a child.
Don't do it.
What the mayor said.
Don't do it.
Yeah, that's home love. We don't do home love. You get home, you shake your children. Did I tell you? Then you get home, you play like you're dancing. You play some music when you're at the school. But it's always enjoyable. And I promise they need you. I promise they need you. In many instances, you will be the person that they will talk about when they get older. You will be the fork in a bad road that leads their legacy of life for that family into a better future. You're that GPS, and you have that opportunity. My journey through teaching is I started in a place called Griffin, Georgia. Anybody from Griffin or familiar with Griffin, Georgia? You're from Griffin? Griffin, greatest place on earth. It was a great teaching experience for me. Teaching is hard no matter where you go, right? Trying to change your mind is hard wherever you go, right? The question is, can you stay committed to it? You must stay committed to it. I will not sit here and tell you that every day will be easy. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the table. Some days are going to be very hard. They're going to be children and parents who challenge you. They're going to be people who don't want what you have to give. They're going to want the worldly things more than the education that you have that will provide a better life, because the truth of the matter is they just can't see. But the question is, can you stay committed? Will they become people that you see that need help, or will they become those children that get on my nerves? And you're gonna have to make that choice. Will you teach every one of them, or will you just teach the ones that you like? Or will you just teach the ones that look like you? Can you go into a room and care for everyone? They say that empathy is the highest form of intelligence. To step out of your shoes and to step in another person's shoes and to see their life even though you're not going through it is the highest form of intelligence that exists. Now, as a teacher, I always believe that no matter who you were, that education is a human right. So it didn't matter what you looked like, it didn't matter where you came from, it didn't matter what you had, what you didn't have, who your mama was. I was gonna give you that medicine whether you wanted it or not. If I was going to fly it around like an airplane, I was gonna get it to your mouth. If I had to force it in it, we were gonna get you what you needed so that you can be what you're supposed to be. My question is, do you have that wherewithal? It's decision day, right now. It's here right now. For some of you, are you strong enough to say, no longer will I teach, now I'm ready to lead and I want to be an assistant principal, or I want to be an instructional coach, or I want to be something greater? Because people have already told you, our milk's going to expire soon. I'm at 30 years. Said like somebody, that was perfect, on time. Sound like you're ready to advance your career. My iPhones will do anything. Somebody's got to be the next superintendent. Dr. Smith, you got, what, 5 more years, right? That means somebody got to get ready a little quicker than we thought. Somebody's got to be our next chief of HR. Somebody's got to be over our equity department. Somebody's got to take Dr. Simpson's place and head all of our operations. But it starts now. Everything you do is a statement. Everything you don't do is a statement. Your beliefs will build, right? Your work will be the promise of tomorrow. And I hope that you don't see children, but I hope you see the future walks in your classroom every day. And you have the wherewithal to train and teach and help that future be greater than it could ever be on its own. Every person in the world, I believe, every person has a gift from the God I believe in. Everybody has a passion. And everybody can be transformed into greatness if someone will show them the way. Your job is to show them the way. We can't do that not wanting to train. Anybody Falcons fan in here? Even if you're not, I know it's some Cowboys fans, but I'm not even gonna ask. Falcons fans. From Atlanta, that's right. Falcons fans. Rise up, but don't rise. Sit down. Sit down if you ain't rising up. Can you imagine though, the Falcons playing a football game, and then they don't practice. And then they play another football game, and then they don't practice. They play another football game, and they don't practice. Are they gonna be pretty good that year? The same is true about the work we do. We have to put in the effort to train and become better at what we do. In all the years that we have, and Dr. Duncan just shared with, she's a teacher, and I'm sure all of my colleagues would tell you they consider themselves to be teachers as well. I would have to train every day to be the best teacher I could be. And I say that to say, I hope that you'll put in the work that happens outside of the classroom, because the children need the greatest version of you. And the greatest version of you is what will propel you to be the next Dr. Smith and to lead our school district to greatness. Along the way, and I'm going to sit down after I say this, there are many kind of people that work in the school system. And I'm just being all the way honest. There are positive people. There are negative people. There are altruistic people who believe in the purpose of children. There are unfulfilled people who believe that they need to promote themselves. even at the expense of other people. There are people who are okay with things just being okay when greatness is consistency away. And my challenge to everyone in the room is to set yourself aside. Understand, because it's our job, it's our commitment and our relationship with you to raise pay, to professionalize this profession, to get you the resources that you need, to, in a sense, make teaching as comfortable yet effective as we can. I don't want you to worry about that. I want you to worry about, am I the best version of myself for my students? Am I pushing my school beyond good? Because good is the floor. We like to celebrate good, and that's fine, but good is the floor. I don't care where these children come from. I don't care what they have. There's nothing wrong with their minds. Nothing. And we can make 1,000 excuses. We can talk about what's in their parents' pockets. We can talk about what they look like, what they're used to, but it all amounts to an excuse, or excuses, for why we won't do what we need to do. Either we're educating them or we're committing malpractice. And that's a hard thing for some people to hear. It's a hard thing for some people to hear, but it's the greatest truth of our profession. We teach, we make people better. We don't dance around here. We get STEM schools, good. Now we want STEM students. Be great, and be great for students. Your work will shine. People will see you. People will know who to come to by how you comport yourself. And they'll know you more for your decency than they will for your acts. Be the best version of you. Our children need heroes. They need heroes and sheroes. And they need them now. And so I congratulate you on becoming teachers for the Clayton County Public School District. It's one of the best decisions you've ever made in your life. And I look forward to some of you pushing through, being a teacher, going into leadership, mastering that, and then changing the world. Because education needs to change. It's antiquated. It needs to change. And if you're willing, somebody in here can make that happen. So with that being said, thank you again. It's a pleasure to have you with us. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Stay with the mission. Don't let anything deter you. Is that a promise? Okay, you're going to come back to us already. You're going to sign a contract for next year right now, right? We already got a lot, Ms. Aubrey. Thank you, y'all.
Thank you so much, Dr. Henry. It's always such an inspiration to hear you speak. We have coming to us now, Dr. Keith Colbert.
Dr. Crawford.
We have coming to us now, Dr. April Crawford, and she is the Deputy Superintendent of Student Services.
Good morning. How are you all feeling? I just want to say we welcome you here, and we're excited that you're with us. I'm not going to be very long, I promise. But I want to let you know that teachers, you have a very important role. Your role isn't just today, it affects eternity. You don't know how far your influence can go, or will go, but it will continue year throughout year. And you need to keep that in mind. One of the things that we have to think about is, and Dr. Hendricks mentioned this, it's not gonna be easy. Matter of fact, it's gonna be challenging, but it's gonna be rewarding. Very rewarding. Because you are a VIP. Say I'm a VIP.
I'm a VIP.
You have to believe that you're a very important person. Because I said your influence goes that far. Kids depend on you each and every day. So you have to go home and refuel each and every day. Don't get me wrong. Learning is our core business. It's our top priority. However, you can't do it without care. I'm so happy and fortunate we don't do it from where we are and what we do it through you. You have to remove those barriers, and you have to look at those kids and those students as if they're your own. And they may tap on every nerve you have left, but you have to realize that they need you. They rely on you. You are the gatekeeper to their opportunity. When I say you're a VIP, doctors, lawyers, pilots, everyone else spawned from the foundation that a teacher gave them. And you cannot forget that, you cannot take that for granted, and you cannot take that lightly. I'm going into my 33rd year of education. 33rd year of education. And some years were hard, but I have enjoyed every single moment of it. And I stood up when Dr. Hendricks said, who left Clayton County? I left Clayton County and I had the privilege of coming back and leading with this dynamic group of people because they had a secret ingredient. First of all, I said 33 years and some of them made a comment, but when I counted all of our years on cabinet, it was about 450 years of experience on cabinet alone. I'm telling the truth, it is. And I'm saying that to say, we didn't walk away from this because we believed in students. We believed in the capability of every student, and we believed in public education. There is an attack on public education, but we are going to calm that wave because we're going to show them what we do and what we mean to the lives of students. We're going to make a difference. Are you going to make a difference in this room? Yes. I don't believe you. You're going to make a difference in this room? Yes. All right, we're going to make a difference. So I want to give you that charge and let you remember, when those days are hard, remember, we need you. We believe in you. And the services that you give the students, we're going to pour back into you. I promise you that. Because Clayton County, our superintendent, when I tell you about those 450 years, he had about 400 of them. I'm just joking, but let me tell you, his secret ingredient, what has made him so successful, not only is he smart and caring, but he has relationships. People know that he leads from his heart. He has a great heart. So no matter how important we are, nobody cares about my title, nobody cares about you standing in the room saying, I'm your teacher. Those students care that they know that you care about them. And if they know that you care about them, they're gonna give you their last. So let's go make a difference and let's do it together. Have a good day.
On the program today, we have a special welcome back message. So I want to caution you to make sure your heads are covered, to make sure that you have on something to keep your arms warm so when chill bumps come out. And I am going to go out and spread a net across the floor to catch it when the house falls down. So put your boots on the ground. Get ready to take it round and round. And I bring you my mentor and my inspiration. And I'm sure you're going to find him the same way. Bring it. Dr. Ralph Simpson.
Boots on the ground. Good morning. Good morning. Listen, I'm going to be brief. I'm going to start out with a story that I saw in the news probably about a month ago. And this is probably duplicating what I shared with a few leaders on Friday and some other schools early in the summer. I saw a report on the news where this lady that was turning 100 was celebrating her 100th birthday. And the reporter asked the question, what is the key to longevity? What is the key that has sustained your life for 100 years? And she said a number of things. But the one that caught my eye and stood out to me was treating people right. Treating people right.
when she said that, in my mind, I'm thinking, wow. And I aspire to live as long as I possibly can. But I had to reflect on who I am, who I've been, and what I've done the same. Dr. Crawford mentioned that this is year 33 for her. It's 38 for me. And when I started out teaching this, or entered into this profession in 1991, I thought about whether I was doing just that, treating people right. We're in the building for professional learning, but there's not a course that we offer that teaches you how to treat people right. You probably didn't find that in any of your coursework as you aspire to become trained and certified to be a teacher on how to treat people right. Look, folks, that's got to be in you. See, one thing I do know about Clayton County School District is that if you can't teach, we can teach you how to teach. But we can't teach you how to love. You got to bring love on your own. You have to bring the love for children that when you decided after being offered this contract that you were going to do your very, very best. So briefly, I want to talk about three things. Bridging the gap is an acronym. Gratitude, accountability, and purpose. There's a sense and degree of gratitude that we owe. When I started teaching in 91, those 21 boys and 9 girls that were in my first classroom in that mobile unit. Why did I say that? Because typically, I won't do that anymore, we typically put the first year teachers and give them the worst location in the building with the most challenging students. So I was coming from working in the penal system as a corrections officer to a classroom teacher in a matter of 2 weeks. 21 boys and 9 girls. But because of what I had seen after working in that penal system, that I needed to make sure that those 21 boys did not end up there. The 9 girls meant something to me just as much. But there was a degree of gratitude that I owed those children because their parents were sending them to me to do the very best that I could with them. Something happened along the way of me teaching and becoming a leader. Had a child of my own. And while I was more than dedicated to making sure I did right by those children, when I had my own, I took it up a notch. And I'm going to tell you why I took it up a notch. I believe in karma. I believe in what you put out is what you get back. I thought about the fact that somebody was going to be teaching my own child. And that if I don't do right by these children, there might be a teacher that don't do right by mine. So I took it up a notch. When I had my second child, I took it up a notch even further. Because I wanted to make sure that teachers did right by my own child and children. So I ask you this. Are you the teacher that you want your child to have? Your child. Because if you're not, you need to reflect on that before those children come back to your classroom. Gratitude, accountability. Whatever grade, whatever department, you're going to be responsible for someone, and someone that you have to report to. When I was a 5th grade teacher, I had a 5th grade department chair. I made sure that that department chair didn't have to take time away from her duties to come and deal with my students or my parents. When I became an assistant principal, I reported to a principal. I was the assistant principal for 8th grade. I made sure that my 8th grade students, my 8th grade teachers, my parents didn't have to deal with anything going toward the principal because he or she had duties and responsibilities in their own job. I was accountable for mine. When I became a principal, I reported to a regional superintendent, same thing. My school, my students 9 through 12. The entire community, that was my responsibility. I was accountable for that so that my regional superintendent wouldn't have to take time away from his or her schedule to deal with my school when I became a regional superintendent. For the 19 schools that I supervised, I reported to a superintendent. I had to make sure that I was accountable for all of those 19 schools in their communities so
so that the superintendent didn't have to take time away from his schedule to deal with my stuff. Be accountable for your own children. You are the principal in your classroom. You are the chief and sole disciplinarian in your classroom. Be accountable for that so that your principal or assistant principal doesn't have to take time away from what we need to be doing to deal with your mess. Mr. Straker said something that was important, is that he wished that we could stand and clap for you coming in. Listen, I'm gonna tell you who we are. These tutors for whole deal. Look, this is the superintendent's clique, cabinet. I mean clique. Listen, we were once a part of the principal's clique. Y'all look at me, what do you mean? Look, something is gonna happen when you get into these schools. We talk about the teacher's lounge. I'll never forget this one teacher asking me one day when I was an assistant principal. He said that he was ready to become an assistant principal or an administrator. And I said, okay, you have to make a decision as to whether you want to be a part of us or a part of them. He said, what do you mean? I said, every single time I walk into the teacher's lounge, y'all get quiet. That tells me that you all are having some conversations about what the administration has said and or what they're doing. You're talking and speaking negativity. I hope that still doesn't go on in the teacher's lounge. The clique. We are here because we were part of a clique. See, here's what happens. Dr. Smith, Dr. Hendricks, Dr. Young, someone is going to send an email at 2 o'clock of a task that needs to be complete. They're going to send it to your principal. And it needs to be complete by 4 o'clock. A principal doesn't have time to go to 10 people and ask them to stay a little bit after to support them in completing this task. The principal needs to know that they have about 5 to 7 that they can call on every single time. You quit. Here's what happens. They go to the one person in the clique that they know is ride or die. And they say, hey, got this email from Dr. Smith. It needs to be done by 4 o'clock. I need your help. And this is their response. Oh, I got to take my daughter to cheerleading practice. But hold up. Let me call my sister to see if she'll pick her up for me. And then she goes to the next person, or he goes to the next person and say, hey, can you help me out a little bit? I'm crushed for time. I need some help with this project to get in before the end of the day. And they go to coaches to coach. Can you help me out? Coach said, well, you know what? I'm taking my son to practice. I got to be there at 5. But let me call his mom and see if she'll get him to take it. The clique of those that go above and beyond is willing to do any and everything possible so that the school is successful. Clique. Cabinet. It's the exact same responsibility that we have to this man right here. Being a part of the clique got us here. Now, here's some rewards of being in the clique. Every single year, around the end of the school year, there's typically award ceremonies that your baby is going to be a part of. There's the graduation that your child is going to be a part of, whether it's high school or college. It's typically the last week, last day of school. Critical days. You know, you need to just run over to the elementary school just to see your baby walk across that stage to get that certificate. And you go to your principal. You go to your principal and you say, Dr. Young, can I run over to Harper Elementary School and see my daughter in the awards program? And because you in the clique, because see, Dr. Young is going to remember when she called on you and you said, don't worry about it, Doc, I got you. Guess what Dr. Young is going to say? Dr. Young is going to say, girl, go on over there and see your baby. We cover your class when you get back. I'll teach your class. That's the clique. That's being in the clique. listen, call it what you like, folks. It is just being a part of whatever it's going to take to be successful in your school. Hey, one other benefit to being in the clique. The principal gets promoted. When your principal gets promoted to a position where they're able to make decisions on hiring and filling positions in their new department, and they think about who? People in the clique. The people in the clique are the ones they think of first, folks. Listen, it's how we all got here. You've heard 3, 4, 5, 6 times about relationships. Purpose. Same as responsibility. I usually use this quote to define that it is the responsibility of the conscious to make the unconscious conscious of its unconscious behavior. I'm going to say that again. It is responsibility of the conscious to make the unconscious conscious of its unconscious behavior. Now let me explain that. It is responsibility for those that know to help those that don't know realize they don't even know. You have a purpose. You have a purpose. You wouldn't be here if you didn't have that purpose. You have a purpose to pour into children, to pour into their lives, to resurrect whatever it takes. You're sitting and standing on that purpose. That's why we're here. That's why we're still here. We're standing on that purpose, folks. Dr. Duncan didn't tell you that I believe in something called you have to be able to reach before you teach. You have to be able to reach before you teach. I believe you're more of a reacher than a teacher. Meaning you have to truly know and understand the difference between a discipline problem and a mental health episode. You have to know and understand if a child has had an experience that was traumatic the night before and they bring that same behavior and feelings into your classroom the next day. Go by the grocery store and get you some snacks. Because you're going to have some children who's going to come in your classroom hungry. You're going to have to know that that child might be hungry. Reach before you teach. Look, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to tell y'all 2 things from Dr. Young. Can I tell them a story about the frogs? Yes. Look, I'm going to tell you, look, this is a story about 3 frogs. Leave sitting there, this man talking about frogs. Look, story about 3 frogs. 3 frogs fell into a hole of despair. At the top of the hole were haters. 3 frogs, top of the hole, haters. Obviously, the frogs wanted to get out the hole. The first frog attempted to jump out the hole. But at the top of the hole were the haters telling the frog that it had no value. You're not worth anything. You're not strong enough. You're weak. You're wasting your time. After 3, 4 attempts, the frog died. Second frog saw the first one roll over and die. Took out jumping. The hater standing up top like, really? Seriously, did you not see what happened to the first frog? Why are you even wasting your time trying? You're worth nothing. You can't help anybody. Give up before you even try. Second frog took out jumping. After 67 attempts, that frog died. Third frog, seeing what happened to the first 2 frogs, heard all of the hate and what the haters were dispelling, said, I know I can get out of this hole. Third frog took out jumping. And it was jumping. 5, 6 attempts, frog still jumping. 9, 10 attempts, frog still jumping. On number 12, the frog leaped so strong and hard, it made it to the top of the hole. The haters were standing by looking just like haters do. When haters see that you've done something that they have spewed visual in your mind and in your heart that you couldn't, the haters standing there looking at the frog like, how did you do this? I'm going to tell you what the haters didn't realize. The frog was deaf. Folks, you got to be deaf to all of those folk in that teacher's lounge that's talking about anything other than what's successful in this city. You got to be deaf to anybody speaking negative about any teacher, about any student, about any staff member in your building. You have to be mute to all of the negativity that you hear in and or around about Clayton County Public School System. You have to be deaf to that. My parting word. I don't like gymnastics, but I love the end of a routine. They call it the dismount. That's the best part of the routine. Here's my dismount, folks. If you can't be a bush on the side of the hill, be a shrub in the valley. But be the best little shrub this side of the hill. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a bush, be a bit of the grass somehow we happen to make. If you can't be a musket, then just be a bass. But be the liveliest bass in the lake. We can't all be captains. We've got to be crew. There's something for all of us here. There's big work to do. There's little work to do. The task we must face is near. If you can't be the highway, then just be a trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. This is my chance that you pass or fail to be the best at whatever you are. Thank you and congratulations.
Can you feel it? Just watch your head. Put on your jacket. He has come, he has spoken, he has brought us a word that's going to carry you through this entire year and your years to come. Thank you so much, Dr. Simpson. I just love you. And I want to bring Dr. Brown back, but before I bring her back, I want to tell her what a good job she's done in organizing this event. This is the 25th year. I'm sorry, Ms. Baker just came in. Let Ms. Baker speak to you. She is our vice chair.
Good morning. I'm running multiple meetings today, so I just wanted to come in. I'm Mary Baker from the Board of Education. I am just so excited to see all these people in this room. You just don't know. My children went to Clayton County Public Schools, graduated Clayton County Public Schools. My daughter, because of the work that's done in Clayton County Public Schools, is a professor in Wales. I know the great things that come out of Clayton County Public Schools. And she brags on us all the time. And this is probably a little too much information. My daughter, her dissertation was on racial color blindness. Where you go to school, people you meet, and how it affects when you go on to university and onto the world and the workforce. And she is teaching that in Wales, racial colorblindness. And somebody said to her, well, you're just way too comfortable here in England, where she was going to school. And she said, really, why? I'm in England. And they said, but everybody in this room is of African descent or from an Asian country, and you're way too comfortable. And she said, I'm from Clayton County, Georgia. Welcome to my world. So you don't know all the things that you mean to these children. So again, I'm Mary Baker. If you need anything, give me a call. Need somebody? One of those days when you're just going, oh my gosh. That's okay. That is okay. You make a great difference. And I welcome each and every one of you. Thank you.
I am closing out my portion, but before I leave, I just want to relate back to the clique. Where are my professional learning people in here? Come in. I just want to introduce you to our clique. These are people who get that work done in their 2 o'clock call, and they reported to do at 4 o'clock. This is the click, and I want you to know how many of you all in TAP. 86 strong and growing. Some more folk passed the GAGE test after the scores came back, and we got to do another essentials in August. So we are not only have those 86, but another 60 or 70 that we still have in the program. We project to be over 200 by the end of this year. So I just wanted you to see the click that brings them across the water and gets all of our teachers here. So whether you came to the traditional route or whether you came through the alternative route, it does not make any difference because you are going to be good, and we're going to take you from good to great. And we thank you so much for being here with us, and support is throughout this entire room. It's not just here, it's throughout the entire room. Dr. Brown, please come on.
Guys, give it up for our lead once again of this house, Dr. Gloria Duncan, our Assistant Superintendent for Professional Learning. Give her another round of applause for moderating this event today. Thank you all so very much.